Flushing Meadows, New York City. The biggest tennis tournament in the world. The sea of Philippine flags that had turned Arthur Ashe Stadium into a home away from home has fallen silent. The chants of Eala that echoed through the streets of Queens have faded. Eala's US Open dream has come to an end. And now, the reality is setting in. The disappointment of defeat is one thing. But the numbers don't lie. The WTA rankings are about to update, and the news is not good. After reaching a career-high world number 18 just days ago, the Filipina star's ranking is about to take a hit. How far will she fall? And what does this mean for her future? We break down the ranking crash, the points she's lost, and what comes next for Philippine tennis. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell. The 2026 US Open was supposed to be Eala's crowning achievement. She entered the tournament as the number 17 seed, a historic milestone for any Filipino player. She had just climbed to a career-high world number 18 in the WTA rankings with 2,281 points, a rise that made her the highest-ranked Southeast Asian woman in tennis history. The momentum was on her side. The fans were behind her. The stage was set for a deep run, but tennis is a cruel sport. The margin between victory and defeat is razor-thin. And in the US Open, where the pressure is at its highest, even the best players can falter. Eala's campaign came to an end sooner than anyone had hoped. The defeat was a bitter pill to swallow, not just for her, but for the millions of Filipino fans who had pinned their hopes on her success. The numbers told a painful story. Eala had little to no ranking points to defend at the US Open, having reached only the second round in her main draw debut last year. A first-round win this year would have added 70 points to her tally, moving her past Romania's Sorana Cîrstea into the number 17 spot. A third-round appearance would have pushed her closer to the top 15. A deep run would have been historic, but instead of climbing, she is now facing the prospect of a ranking slide. The points she could have earned are gone. And while she had little to defend, the opportunity cost is significant. The US Open was a golden chance to solidify her position in the top 20. Now, that opportunity has slipped through her fingers. For the Filipino fans who had traveled from across the United States to support her, the defeat was devastating. They had turned Flushing Meadows into a sea of Philippine flags, creating an atmosphere that was more like a home game than a grand slam. The chants of Eala had echoed through the stadium, a testament to the passion and pride of the Filipino community. But now, the flags hang still. The chants have faded. The dream is over. The WTA rankings are updated every Monday, and the next update will reflect the results of the US Open. For Eala, the news is not good. She entered the tournament with 2,281 points, sitting at number 18. She was just 13 points behind Sorana Cîrstea at number 17, and a single victory would have moved her up, but without those points, she will likely drop in the rankings. The exact position will depend on the results of other players, but the trend is clear. Eala is no longer on an upward trajectory. The momentum that carried her through the North American hardcourt swing has stalled. And the ranking will reflect that. The drop is particularly painful because of the context. Just 2 weeks before the US Open, Eala had been riding the wave of a breakthrough season. She had won her first WTA Tour singles title at the Mubadala DC Open. She had reached the fourth round at Wimbledon. She had climbed into the top 20 for the first time in her career. The US Open was supposed to be the next step. Instead, it has become a setback. For the Filipino fans who had watched her rise with such pride, the ranking drop is a harsh reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in professional tennis. One tournament can make or break a season. And for Eala, the US Open has been a breaking point. The good news is that the drop is unlikely to be catastrophic. Eala's ranking is still solidly in the top 20. She has proven that she can compete with the best players in the world. And she has plenty of opportunities to bounce back. The Asian swing, with tournaments in China and Japan, could offer her a chance to regain lost ground. But for now, the disappointment is palpable. One tournament does not define a career. Eala's ranking may have taken a hit, but her journey is far from over. She is still only 21 years old. She has already achieved more than most players do in a lifetime. She has won a WTA Tour title. She has beaten Grand Slam champions. She has climbed into the top 20. And she has inspired a generation of young Filipinos to dream big. The US Open defeat is a setback, but it is also a learning experience. Eala has shown time and again that she can bounce back from disappointment. She has faced adversity before, and she has always found a way to come back stronger. The ranking drop is a temporary blip, not a permanent decline. What matters now is how she responds. The Asian swing, which begins in September, will be crucial. Tournaments in China and Japan offer valuable ranking points, and a strong performance could push her back into the top 18, or even higher. The hard courts of Asia have been good to Eala before. She won her first WTA 125 title in Guadalajara and her first WTA 500 title in Washington. There is no reason she cannot do it again. The support of her fans will also be a factor. The Filipino community has proven time and again that they will stand by her, no matter what. They have traveled across the world to support her. They have filled stadiums with the colors of the Philippine flag. They have chanted her name until their voices gave out. And they will continue to do so, win or lose. Eala herself understands the importance of resilience. In a recent interview, she said, "I don't have a specific round in the US Open that I say, oh, kailangan kong abutin ito. The way I approach tournaments, I match by match, round by round." That mindset will serve her well as she navigates the challenges ahead. She is not defined by one result. She is defined by her journey. For Filipino fans, the US Open defeat was a moment of collective heartbreak. They had invested so much in Eala's success. They had watched her rise from a promising junior to a global star. They had celebrated her victories and mourned her defeats. And now, they were grappling with the reality of a ranking drop that felt like a betrayal of all their hopes, but the fans are not giving up. Social media has been flooded with messages of support, with the hashtag Ealamania trending once again. Fans are reminding each other that this is not the end. They are looking ahead to the Asian swing, to the next tournament, to the next opportunity. The spirit of Laban, the Tagalog word for fight, is alive and well. The disappointment is real, but so is the pride. Eala has already achieved so much. She is the highest-ranked Filipino player in WTA history. She is the first Filipino to win a Grand Slam singles match. She is a symbol of hope and resilience for millions of people. One ranking drop cannot erase that. The fans know that Eala will come back stronger. They have seen her do it before. They have seen her bounce back from injuries, from defeats, from moments of doubt. They believe in her. And they will be there for her, no matter what. The US Open may be over, but the journey continues. The Asian swing is just around the corner. And with it comes a new opportunity for Eala to prove that she belongs among the best. The fans will be watching. The flags will be waving. The chants will be echoing. And Eala will be ready. Let us zoom out. Eala's ranking crash at the US Open is a setback, but it is not the end of her story. The 21-year-old Filipina has already achieved more than most players do in a lifetime. She has won her first WTA Tour title. She has climbed to a career-high ranking. She has beaten Grand Slam champions and Olympic gold medalists. She has filled stadiums and united a global community. The US Open defeat is a reminder of how fragile a dream can be. One tournament can change everything. But it is also a reminder of how resilient a champion can be. Eala has faced adversity before, and she has always found a way to come back stronger. The ranking drop is a temporary blip, not a permanent decline. What matters now is how she responds. The Asian swing, with tournaments in China and Japan, offers a chance to regain lost ground. A strong performance could push her back into the top 18, or even higher. The hard courts of Asia have been good to her before. She won her first WTA 500 title in Washington. She reached the fourth round at Wimbledon. There is no reason she cannot do it again. The support of her fans will be a crucial factor. The Filipino community has proven time and again that they will stand by her, no matter what. They have traveled across the world to support her. They have filled stadiums with the colors of the Philippine flag. They have chanted her name until their voices gave out. And they will continue to do so, win or lose. Eala herself remains focused on the bigger picture. She has said that she measures success not by results, but by the quality of her tennis. Did I execute what I wanted to execute? Did I bring the level that I wanted to bring? Those words will guide her as she navigates the challenges ahead. She is not defined by one result. She is defined by her journey. The US Open may have ended in disappointment, but the future is still bright. Eala is a star on the rise, and she is not done yet. The tennis world is watching. The Philippines is cheering. And Eala is ready to shine. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell.